Hello, I'm Nige.
Hello, Manders. Welcome to Pimp My Beer Kit, Part 2, Fermentables. Um, Now, I have never used fermentables, so I am going to have to bow to you on
Well,
this one.
what you have, you use brewing sugar or sugar.
Well, yes.
That's the
Okay, yes, yes.
fermentables you add.
But
Uh, it's
yeah.
one of the easiest ways to pimp up your kits, if you like. Just simply, you can put more fermentable in and you get a
Mhm.
stronger beer, or you put less in and you get a weaker beer.
That's
Uh,
brilliantly simple.
or you can put a little less water in to get, might be a slight stronger, but you might be more full bodied as well.
Hmm.
But I want to talk about the different types of fermentables.
Okay.
So
So,
what have you used in the past, Anders?
well, I just used I think it's dextrose that comes with most beer kits.
Yeah, see, you only buy posh kits, don't you, Anders?
Yeah. Yeah, I suppose so. Well, yes. Although I'm trying to think because I had that Geordie bitter, and I'm sure that was
Yes, you would have to have added something to that.
dextrose to the. I'm sure it was
So
dextrose.
you use brewing sugar, and when you're putting the priming sugar in, and
Yeah.
what do you use for that?
Oh, that is. I can never remember. That is dextrose, which is also known as.
That's basically brewing sugar.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll get your entry level for
Yeah.
is sugar, cane sugar, or
Yeah.
just sugar, uh, which is sucrose. Um, and
Mm,
the yeast likes that a lot, and it'll eat it all up. The
mm.
next you have dextrose, which is your brewing sugar,
Is
which
that the
is,
corn sugar?
yes, it's corn sugar or cornstarch.
Cornstarch.
Uh, for a kilo to kilo, it doesn't quite ferment as much. There's a tiny difference, not a lot. It's almost negligible between that and the sugar.
Okay.
Uh, they say the brewing sugar, because there's that little bit, it doesn't ferment. So it adds up more of a mouthfeel, a bit more body to the beer.
Okay.
Then I go up another level. Now, I'll give you some idea. Sugar, I've looked up some basic prices. You get a bag of sugar from the shops about £1.20.
Hmm.
Brewing sugar is about £2.20.
Okay.
And the next up on the level, you've got your spray malt.
Yeah.
Now, spray malt is you've taken it's what the kits are made of. You know, when you get the pouch in your
Yeah.
kit,
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
you buy just a basic malt with that. Uh, so the ones you get the kits probably had hops and things added to it and everything, but the spray malt is just the malts.
Hmm.
You get it's liquefied and then it's dried, and so you
Yeah.
get a really fine powder. Uh, that works out at £10 a kilo. It's
Oh.
quite pricey,
Yeah.
but you're adding much more body to the beer because there's a lot more in that which won't ferment out.
Okay.
And the bits that aren't fermenting out is left in, and that gives the beer a little bit more body
And
or sweetness.
you've used spray malt, haven't you? Am I
I
right in thinking?
have, I couldn't tell much difference between
Okay.
sugar and spray malt. Yes, I've done the brew foam Dubel. I've done two batches of that. The second one I use dark spray malt, extra dark spray malt, and the
Okay.
against the sugar. Not a huge deal of difference. That's my personal
Hmm.
experience. Uh, what else? Oh yeah, and then we got liquid malt, which is your spray malt, not dried out.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it takes about 1.2 kilos of that equal a kilo of spray malt.
Okay.
This is a bit cheaper. I was looking up the price. You can buy a 1.5 kilo tin of that for 7.95.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Have you ever used that before or not?
no, just the stuff you get in the kits.
Okay.
which is
Right.
yeah. But no, I haven't bought that as to use as an extra. Uh, there is others now. We've got candy sugar, which you can add. They use this in Belgian beers.
Okay.
Candy sugar's sugar which is heated up, just normal table sugar,
Okay.
heated up. And that sucrose splits between fructose and glucose, and it adds a bit of flavour to the the sugar, which imparts onto the beer. And that's a
Okay.
lot of Belgian beers use dark candy sugar or light candy sugar to just to flavour the beers and give it a bit of uniqueness.
Okay.
But there's nothing stop you using candy sugar in your brew if you want. Take a blonde ale kit, use some candy sugar and a Belgium yeast, and you might start recreating something a bit different.
That does sound exciting.
Uh,
What else we got?
well, you've got I've got a group of fermentables which are more flavouring.
Okay.
So if you're brewing a nice imperial stout, perhaps a little
Yeah.
bit of maple syrup in there just to add a little bit of interest in the flavour, or you can take sweets like marshmallows and put that in, or I, I don't think I'd try that myself, but just other sugars melted up, put into
Mhm.
into your brew to impart flavour. You've also got honey. You have
Of
honey
course.
in. Perhaps you've got a nice light amber ale, and you put a little bit of honey in just to give you that summer honey. You're not a great fan of honey, are you, Anders?
I'm not. No. No. I try to like it, but I can't.
You've also got other flavoured syrups like uh, say blueberry syrup if you wanted to add it to that blueberry IPA that
Of
Mark
course,
and Paul were on about.
fellow brewers, Mark
Yes.
has created a
So you can use all
blueberry.
sorts of flavoured syrups to put in. I've no idea the quantities. You'd have to look that up, but
Yeah.
you don't need to use that much to impart the flavour because you don't want it overpowering. But there's lots you can do on the fermentables to increase, or you can actually use a mix and match a little bit of each.
Yeah.
I also wanted to just talk about you have some kits have uh, brew enhancers, such as
Hmm.
Cooper's have a brew enhancer. Now, some brew enhancers is just a mixture of the dextrose and spray malt.
Okay.
The Cooper's one is it's malt it's dextrose and multidextrin. Multidextrin's a highly processed carbohydrate. And the
Okay.
resulting processing stops it fermenting fully. So you've got a lot left in the beer. So that gives it a bit of a body and so.
Okay.
Uh, yes, but this ultra processed, I'm not a great fan of that. I've used it in the past, but don't I don't think it's made a huge deal of difference.
No.
I think the beer's ready quicker, especially with the Cooper's kits. But I've made kits with sugar and yeah, it's just taking longer, but it's tasted just as good. And when I'm using lager yeast, it's yeah, fine.
Okay.
Uh,
That's,
yeah, the maltodextrin all it's a fine white powder that comes out, so it just mixes with the thing, and it's got a neutral taste, so you don't taste it. It's just there for bulk. It's used in the food industry lots to bulk
Mhm.
products up, so it's quite a widespread additive.
Oh, is it really? Okay. I
Yeah.
didn't realize. Okay.
Uh, but becoming a bit more of a purist, so I'll probably stay clear of that, and I'll just use it if I want to pimp it up. Use spray malt or just blend a bit of spray malt with brewing sugar or
Yeah.
just
Okay.
plain table sugar. Uh, I think I might have to indulge in the flavorings at some point.
Yeah, it's something I've never done. And like I said, Mark has done that. And Paul is obsessed with it, isn't
Yeah, but
he?
to be fair, that was a kit they bought,
That was a
uh,
kit they bought.
imported from America, a
Yeah, they
stupid
did,
amount of
didn't they?
money.
That's right. Yeah.
Uh,
So yeah, that was blueberry, wasn't it? That was
Yeah,
just
a honey blueberry ale.
mm,
We quite liked it, Anders.
Yeah, I'm sure we did. But you think honey at the
Right
beginning,
at
and
the
I'm thinking,
time,
oh
wasn't
God, there's honey in it. But blueberry probably wiped it out, let's face it.
yeah, it was very subtle, the flavoring. It worked well, and it was about
Hmm.
6 or 7% beer, so it was, yeah.
Yeah.
And we had had a few beers by the time we tasted that anyway.
So possibly not at my best tasting like that
Yeah.
sometimes.
Now, taking the fermentables a bit further, if you go to the Cooper's website, they have a recipe page where you can take a number of their kits, add them together
Yes.
to get different brews.
I
Like
remember you mentioning this before. Yeah, that's
uh,
an excellent
uh, quite expensive, but
ferment.
they have an imperial stout there, and I think it was a Cooper's Ale or something like that.
Hmm.
Cooper's Stout, and it might have just been their Pale Ale or something like that.
Yeah.
And you put that with with a couple of enhancers in as well. I think it ferments like the clappers, but
That's a that's a heck of a good service, isn't it, really?
but that would cost about 45, 50, probably 50 odd quid.
Yeah. Pish.
But you know, to have 23 litres of, I think it was an 8 to 10% Imperial Stout. Is
Yeah.
anyone out there ever tried that? I'd love to know.
I I'm having to stay away from the Cooper's website right now. And yeah, this isn't, yeah. Okay, well, that's excellent. Thank you. That's like I say, I've not done fermentables really,
Well,
as
yes.
in the spray malts and the enhancers,
Yeah,
and
yeah, yes.
you know. So it's an interesting little thing to get from there.
If,
So
again, call out to the viewers if you've got any ideas of what things that you've done,
yeah,
let us know
because there's a world out there of brewers who are
because yeah, it's a
trying
good
different
source of
things.
the comments are a great source of information.
They
I've
really
learned
are.
so much from
Yeah,
people's comments.
it's
Thank
great,
you.
isn't it? Yeah. So keep on doing it and let us know what you're brewing and what fermentables you're using, if any different. Um, so there we go. That's fermentables in a nutshell. Thank you for watching. We'll see you soon. Goodbye.
Goodbye.